Every day, something dramatic happens in the Caribbean that affects our lives. We'll give you the details. We'll give you the facts on Caribbean Perspective with Eddie Frederick. Here's Eddie Frederick.
So glad you can join us. Trinidad and Tobago's Police Service Commission PSC members approved by Parliament in spite of a no vote by the entire opposition. This story takes the lead in today's edition of Caribbean Perspective for Friday, 12th November 2021. Details when we return.
Conveniently located in the Grand Anne Shopping Centre, for over 40 years, Food Fair has provided quality service at affordable prices. Now, grocery shopping is made easier and more convenient from the Food Fair web store.
Hey, babe. Listen, I need you to go down to Food Fair to get some groceries.
All right, no problem. Right away.
Thanks, babe. What are you doing? You're supposed to be going Food Fair to get a grocery, man.
I am, but didn't you know you can order your groceries online from the Food Fair web store?
Are you serious?
Of course. All you have to do is just to log on to www.foodfair.gd with credit card in hand, and with an order of $100 or more, Food Fair Grand Anse will deliver up to 3 miles away. And you don't even have to worry about your information, you know. Their safety measures are excellent.
So hold on. You just order online and Food Fair will deliver to you?
Yep.
Oh, baby, better hurry up and order, man.
I already did. They should be here any minute now.
Enjoy easy online shopping anytime from your home or office from the Food Fair web store. Food Fair, where you can fill your baskets without emptying your pockets.
Welcome back. The President's 5 nominees for the Police Service Commission were approved by the House of Representatives via the government's majority on Wednesday. A vote was called for each nominee, and on each occasion the opposition voted no. As the opposition leader says, the President still has questions to answer issues surrounding the debacle that has resulted in this country not having a commissioner or acting commissioner of police. Jewel Brown of TV6 News reports.
Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley piloted the motion for the House of Representatives on Wednesday for the approval of the list of 5 nominees submitted by President Paula May Weeks to fill the 5 vacancies on the Police Service Commission in accordance with the Constitution.
And the notification shall be subject to affirmative resolution of the House of Representatives. And whereas it is expedient to approve the notifications, be it resolved that the notifications for the nomination of retired Justice of Appeal Judith Jones, Ms. Maxine Atong, Mr. Ian Kevin Ramnarine, Ms. Maxine King, and Mr. Rajiv Prasad as members of the Police Service Commission be approved.
The Prime Minister made a correction with regard to the name he announced for the notification of 1 nominee.
Sorry, my apologies, Madam Speaker. Ramdani, not Ramnarine. Ramdani. My apologies to the members. Ian Kevin Ramdani.
The Prime Minister said he had been consulted by the President on the list of nominees. He said this sort of consultation had occurred throughout his career, including when he was the opposition leader.
And I am proud to say, Madam Speaker, particularly as Prime Minister, I have made it my priority to ensure that I respond to the President as required by the Constitution when I am consulted on matters of this nature.
The Prime Minister said it is difficult to get qualified persons to serve in such public offices for different reasons, including what he called the tedious requirements to qualify under the Integrity Commission. In leading off the opposition's response, Opposition Leader Kamla Persad-Bissessar raised a particular concern.
The Honourable Prime Minister made a very curious statement, and he said we are on a non-substantive motion, which then implies that we cannot question the nominees. So then what are we here to do? To come and just rubber stamp, vote and go home? We have to scrutinize the nominees, madam. Personally, we have nothing against any of the nominees. Nothing whatsoever. They're distinguished sons and daughters of our soil, but our concerns have to do with what may appear to be apparent bias. what may appear to be apparent bias, what may appear to be a conflict of interest.
When the opposition leader brought up the issue of the debacle resulting in the non-appointment of a commissioner and deputy commissioner of police and the order of merit list produced by the immediate past Police Service Commission, the speaker intervened. The opposition leader said she was guided by the speaker's ruling, but stressed it is important to understand why the Police Service Commission collapsed.
Where is that list? What is the legal status of that list? This new service commission will have to consider those matters. Whether that list is a live list, I am of respectful view it is a live list, because when it was prepared by the service commission, then they were legally in office and did no wrong at that point in time.
The speaker ruled that the votes of each of the 5 nominees for the Police Service Commission would take place individually. In each case, they were approved as all that was required was the government's majority, and in each case, the opposition voted no. However, the vote for the 5th nominee, Mr. Rajiv Prasad, had to be done a second time as opposition MP Rodney Charles complained his vote was wrongly recorded.
Honorable members on a division with 21 members voting for, 18 members voting against, and 1 abstention.
Madam Speaker. Speaker, I object. I want my vote to be recorded no.
The speaker instructed the division on that vote to be redone, and Mr. Charles' vote was recorded as no. Jewel Brown, TV6 News.
The hurricane season is now upon us, so we as Caribbean people need to remember to think safety and be prepared. Avoid venturing outside during a storm or hurricane, especially if there are strong winds. Rooftops and other debris are often blown about and can cause great damage.
You're listening to Caribbean Perspective with Eddie Frederick.
Hospitalizations due to COVID-19 have crossed the 400 mark for the first time in several months. It's just another worrying sign for health officials as to what might lie on the horizon if this situation continues unabated. TV6's Alicia Boucher has the details.
Daily COVID-19 cases continue to record an upward trend, taking the 7-day rolling average to 321. Principal Medical Officer in charge of institutions, Dr. Erim Abdul Richards, says since June 28th, the number of patients in the parallel healthcare system on a daily basis remained under the 400 mark, but that changed as of Tuesday.
Yesterday, that 400 number was crossed. There were 405, and this morning there are 427 patients in the parallel healthcare facility.
That number is set to rise even further.
As of 8 a.m. this morning, there were 52 persons awaiting transfer from the accident and emergency departments in the traditional RHEs. 52 persons, I would like to remind everyone. This is a significant increase in numbers, even over the last week. And of those 52 persons, 7 of these persons are receiving intensive care unit level care in the accident and emergencies.
All 7 are listed as not fully vaccinated, while 93% of all hospitalized COVID-19 cases are not fully vaccinated. Due to an increase in hospital occupancy capacity, there are now 65 intensive care unit beds across the parallel healthcare system, 16 in Trinidad and 5 in Tobago. While 2 beds in Tobago were occupied on Wednesday, 52 were occupied in Trinidad.
46 of them, which is 92% of those persons, are not fully vaccinated.
Health officials continue to plead with the population to get vaccinated.
We have increased capacity at the accident and emergency departments to treat patients who arrive and who are too unstable to be transferred, even if a bed is available. We have increased the number of advanced life support ambulances on each shift, the actual number of ambulances that are placed on each shift.
Ward level beds have also been added as the field hospital under the NWRHA has been reopened.
We are trying our utmost best. But if we continue On this trend, resources will soon be expended. Vaccination is our only way forward.
Dr. Abdul Richards gives an assurance that the COVID-19 situation at the A&Es, where patients are treated in biocontainment units, is not hampering patients who need care outside of COVID-19.
I can confirm that persons are not being denied ICU care for non-COVID reasons in the traditional healthcare system because of the increased number of patients at this point in time. Now, that is very relevant at this point in time.
She says the parallel healthcare system has been adapting and evolving to protect the traditional healthcare system. Alicia Boucher, TV6 News.
Following the statement issued by the SLMDA regarding its position on the COVID vaccines, an anti-vaccine mandate alliance has issued its own press release denouncing the association's position as medical overreach in St. Lucia. DBS's Zane Romulus reports.
Citizens' Choice, Humans Are Free, and Conscious Health SLU are three groups who are standing against any attempts to mandate the COVID vaccine in St. Lucia. The SLMDA statement that every eligible citizen should be vaccinated has not gone down well with the groups, who accuse the medical body of attempting to infringe on the rights of citizens.
The government has said that they are not going to make it mandatory, but what is happening right now is that we have companies in the private sector making it mandatory for their employees. And we believe this is medical overreach. We believe that this is an attack on our freedom of choice, on our constitutional freedom. And so we are telling the Medical and Dental Association that this reminds us of the time prior to and during the Second World War in Germany, when people had no choice. They were treated as lab rats by Hitler and his cohorts, and we will not stand for it, and that we will mobilize the citizenry to resist that oppression.
The groups believe that the CMO's advice to the cabinet, both former and current, has been skewed and have called for her replacement. That includes not permitting the use of ivermectin as a COVID-19 treatment.
We believe that the CMO, together with the Medical and Dental Association, have given the government advice that was not critically analyzed, and that we list the reasons why we believe that at this point in time, the government should look to replace the CMO and assign her to another position that is less challenging, and where they will get someone who will give them more balanced, more objective information.
The groups have also called for the monitoring and the recording of adverse effects of the COVID-19 vaccines and for that information to be publicized. For the DBS News World, I am St. Romulus.
Conveniently located in the Grand Shopping Center, for over 40 years, Food Fair has provided quality service at affordable prices. Now, grocery shopping is made easier and more convenient from the Food Fair web store.
Hey, babe. Listen, I need you to go down to Food Fair to get some groceries.
All right, no problem. Right away.
Thanks, babe. What are you doing? You're supposed to be going Food Fair to get a grocery, man.
I am, but didn't you know you can order your groceries online from the Food Fair web store?
Are you serious?
Of course. All you have to do is just to log on to www.foodfair.gd with credit card in hand, and with an order of $100 or more, Food Fair granaries will deliver up to 3 miles away. And you don't even have to worry about your information, you know. Their safety measures are excellent.
So hold on. You just order online and Food Fair will deliver to you?
Yep.
Oh, baby, better hurry up and order, man.
I already did. They should be here any minute now.
Enjoy easy online shopping anytime from your home or office from the Food Fair web store. Food Fair, where you can fill your baskets without emptying your pockets.
I am Eddie Frederick, wishing you a restful weekend. This has been Caribbean Perspective, a whole new approach to highlighting developments in the Caribbean. In the meantime, please continue to log on to CaribbeanPerspective.com for more daily news and more.